got 99 problems.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of 99 Problems, but a pitch ain't one. Welcome, we're glad that you're here. You're gonna see 8 great pitches today from 8 different people, and they all have 99 seconds to convince you to vote for them. But before I get into that, I wanna talk a little bit about our sponsors and our things that are coming up. So I want to introduce Luke, and so Matt, who's helping me out for the first time. Thank you so very much, Matt, because this is going to go smooth every time from now on. Will you put Luke on the screen so him and I can chat it up a little bit?
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Luke, how you doing?
Doing excellent. Thank you so much for having this third round I think we're on now.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so just a brief introduction of myself. I'm Luke Scabaris. I'm the chairman of the Capital Area Libertarian Party. I'm really excited for tonight's episode. We're collaborating with the Fledge as a way for our group to invest into innovation within our neighborhoods. We saw this as a really cool opportunity to support the Lansing community as we seek to find solutions to problems that we face every day. Finding these voluntary solutions to community issues is something that myself and others in my group find extremely important. It's a stepping stone away from government reliance. So bringing together these creative entrepreneurial minds together, we're hoping to give opportunities to support, to individuals with motivation to do good things. So good luck to everybody tonight, and take it away, Jerry.
Yeah, thank you very much, Luke. And again, thank you so much for boosting the prize, boosting, even making the finals possible. It's going to be the biggest giveaway or prizes that we've ever done. So I'm going to kind of ease into that a little bit. Everybody who wins one of the pitch competitions, the last 2 or the next 3, including today, wins $199, which is up to $100 by the Capital Area Libertarian Party. And then you also get entered into the finals on December 9th. And at the finals, you have a chance to win $1,000 from a panel of judges and then $500 from the crowd. So one person could win both, or 2 people could win one each. And there was something I wanted to say about that. So the winner today will advance on, and then the other participants or new participants will have 2 more tries to get into the finals. So keep pitching if you don't win today. Start pitching if you haven't pitched yet, and try to get in for this money. But the other thing that I hope that happens is that we collaborate, we learn things about each other, we show the community some of the solutions that we're working on, we show the community options for all kinds of different things. Can't wait for Norma's vote or pitch. And when all of the presentations are done, we'll share the link for voting, and we'll do some questions and answers. So that's it for the finals and a little bit for today. I also need to mention LEAP's One and All program, that the Fledge is a partner in that program. Their applications are still open till November 30th. So purelansing.com/oneandall. Go look and see if you're eligible and apply for that. It's an 8-week program with tons of knowledge that you can gain. Plus you get $2,500 at the end for some seed money for your idea. So if you're go look at that. If you're eligible for that, apply. If you have any questions, come to me and I'll help you walk through that. And then final is, I want to mention our December 4th Vaccinate Our City event. We will be doing our second round. So our one on November 13th, last Saturday, was very successful. We vaccinated 105 people, and we'd love to have you come out and get a vaccine. You see that everything's spiking in Michigan. We set a record, and this ain't over by a long shot, and we'd really appreciate it if you get vaccinated, be diligent, and all of that. So we're going to get started. You ready, Matt? Who's our first presenter? Do you remember? Meg. So I'm going to go over to Matt for a second and just make sure he's comfortable with what he's doing.
Shara asked if she could put pitch first, and I'm definitely okay with that if everyone else is.
Yes, we're going to switch that around right now.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Can you hear me okay? I'm standing away from the mic. Hey, Shara, give me 1 second. I'm helping someone out that's running the production for a second. As soon as I go off the screen, when you start talking, the timer will go down. You got 99 seconds to do it. So I'll be out of your way in 1 minute.
Okay. Food security, food justice, as well as food empowerment are words that we hear about a lot recently. I want to tell you a story about the Black farmer in Michigan. About 150 years ago, there was active legislative disenfranchising of the Black farmer in Michigan. To date, right now in the state of Michigan, despite several federal programs, there are only Black farmers. I am one of 2 non-urban farms in Black-owned urban farms in the state of Michigan. One of the things my farm is trying to do is change that dynamic and to empower Black people to start understanding where their food comes from and consider farming as a viable option for them. So by helping my farm, you're not just helping me and my business startup, you're changing the dynamic and empowering a whole group of people to see that farming and owning their food rights and controlling their food production is something that's possible for them. So hopefully that's something that's important to you too. And we look forward to getting your support.
Thank you, Shara. Good job. Do you have to run away from the presentation?
I can listen in the background, but I just can't actively participate because my break ends in about 6 minutes.
Okay. If we've got questions for you, we'll come back to you. If not, you're definitely on the list to get voted for. Okay?
All right.
All right. So next up is we're going to go to Meg, since we put those 2 out of order. So you okay with that? One second.
All right, it looks like we're ready. Hi, hey, wait, should I not start yet? All right, I'll be here. You let me know when. Could we start the timer over? All right, thanks. Hi, I'm Meg. I've pitched the Creative Dying Project a number of times here. And today I'm going to talk about a specific aspect, which is green burials. I worked in palliative care for a while, and I've become really interested in what we choose to do with our bodies after we've died. Understandably, most people don't spend much time thinking about this. But every year, our traditional burials use 4.3 million gallons of embalming fluids, 20 million feet of wood, and tons of concrete, steel, copper, and bronze. And not only do these burials take up a lot of space, we're burying chemicals and resources in the earth and harming our environment. And cremation isn't much better, with carbon emissions, vaporizing chemicals, and harming the soil quality. So with green burials, there's no embalming. We use a simple wood box, a weaved basket, or a natural cloth that's wrapped around the body. And we're buried directly into the earth, where our bodies undergo a natural process of breaking down, turning us into fertile soil, with our nutrients being transformed to nourish the earth. This doesn't harm the water or soil quality, and it can have important benefits for the environment. And even better, once a piece of land has become a green burial site, this land is effectively protected from further development. So for me, returning to our traditional roots with green burial is a powerful reminder to honor the natural cycles of life, death, and transformation. And you can contact me at creativedying.org. Thanks.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. This is going to work out great for us in the future. So now what we will do is we'll take Meg off the screen. We'll put Jeremy Hurt back on. Jeremy Hurt also has a presentation, which might get in the way of our timer. So this is complicated again, so I'm coming to you. But when you're on and you see your presentation and us, we'll start the timer, Jeremy.
Okay, and the presentation is exactly 98 seconds, so I did make sure to set it up. Okay. 843 million pounds of CO2 is being, well, there we go with that. I'm just going to start. If you guys leave it like this is perfect. 8,430,000 pounds of CO2 is being dumped into the atmosphere every day by DoorDash, who controls 50% of our deliveries done daily. This is not sustainable. I have a 3-point objectives to raise awareness first, bringing attention to the downside of deliveries to businesses and consumers. 2, to be more sustainable, and I'm always looking for new ways to improve my consumption of carbon. And why me for this? Because with 25 years of experience in the restaurant industry, I understand the need for old-fashioned hospitality and the demand for quality service. I have a 5-year timeline that I have planned out right now to establish in downtown Lansing first, which I already have 6 restaurants, to implement the sales of digital ad space with Scoop Technologies, who I'm currently working in, and then to expand to East Lansing, add pedicabs, and then expand beyond Michigan. This is my call to action to you, to think about the environment and think about the city of Lansing the next time you order delivery, as there are small businesses here that depend on you and your patronage. Thank you for listening to my pitch, and hopefully you will think about Red Bike Delivery next time you are hungry. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.
All right, good job, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Can you point at me when I'm on screen to make sure? Not the whole time, but I'm a smart ass. Okay. Realize we skipped Miranda. It got me a little messed up when we moved Shara around, but Miranda is up next. So let me know when she's on. Take Jeremy's spike thing off. presentation? Put the timer on. Get me out of the way. See how it goes, Miranda, when you're, am I on? When you see me get out of the way, you can start talking. So when the clock's there and just you, go ahead and start. Miranda, you're muted.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Excuses are easy, and life is real. So you and I don't make excuses as life prevails. At Houston Legacy of Enlightenment LLC, we build a community of both businesses and youth who will lead a path of innovation and leadership. What this means is that we're a community that doesn't boast, judge, or demean, because the help that you need is here so you can succeed. We help with career portfolios, tangible certificates, mental wellness, and life skills for youth ages 16 through 22. Our programs range from $350 to $850, depending on age and mental resiliency. Through anxiety does affect all spans of demographics, we find that our salutogenic programs have an impact on African American communities. In Lansing, there are over 10,000 Black family households who could benefit from our services. As a social assistance company, our vision is to give back what we receive. Upon each youth graduation from the Enlightenment course, we provide $500 for transitional expenses and another $500 as long as they're volunteering in the community. So this program is made possible by parents, donations, fundraisers, and community partners. To learn more, you can contact us directly from our website, thehoustonlegacy.com, or you can call us at 517-220-0229. We'll see you on the positive side.
All right. Thank you very much, Miranda. And it's nice seeing you again. All right. Next up is Erica, then Monique, then Michael, then Norma, who's on stage with us here. So Miranda's off. We've got Erica coming up. You can talk to me like she's up or I can't find her. Okay. You ready, Erica?
I will be ready in 1 second.
All right. So when you're just you and the 99 seconds is there and you're ready, when you start talking, we'll start counting down.
Got it. This year, I founded a new community organization, Jubilee. It's a network that connects disadvantaged community members in the greater Lansing area with effective support and transformative opportunities. The organization is currently working towards obtaining residential properties. These homes will be occupied by families that qualify for a federal rent subsidy. Volunteers and staff from our organization will meet regularly with tenants to build relationships with them and learn about their hopes and dreams. From there, tenants will be connected with the community partners that will provide resources like mentoring, legal services, artistic development, entrepreneurial support, and more. Currently, most people that newly qualify for Section 8 in Lansing were recently homeless. Jubilee's vision is to transform the experience of being homeless in Lansing into a VIP ticket that can be redeemed for the support, relationships, resources, and opportunities required to truly transform a life. Jubilee's goal is to work together with other agencies, organizations, and city governments to eradicate homelessness in the greater Lansing area. Jubilee wishes to implement an effective safety net that rapidly and permanently houses people when they are displaced and provides them the support they need. Jubilee is collaborating with Loaves and Fishes, a shelter in Lansing. They are giving us the opportunity to implement our strategies and begin building our programming with graduates from their shelter program. While there is minimal support in our community for people that have recently overcome homelessness, there are no programs doing the work that Jubilee is doing to make sure people maintain their housing and have opportunities to make their lives better. This means that there is an endless cycle of people entering shelters, leaving the shelter into housing, but losing their housing again because they still have the same issues that caused them to be homeless in the first place. If I win, the money will go directly towards implementing our strategies.
We're down to 0, Erica. I'm sorry.
No problem.
All right. So we're going to stick right on with your screen, right? So thank you for that. What we doing here? All right. Put Erica and Monique back on that one so Monique can present. And I also want to mention, I forgot to say Gloria because I put it under Norma, but in a weird spot. But Gloria will be after Norma. So Monique is coming back up. How we doing?
Mine doesn't sound like everybody else's. I just am okay. I don't know when to start.
Go for it.
Okay, well, hello. I'm Monique. My business name is Divinely Created by Mo, LLC. I started at the beginning of the pandemic doing different arts and crafts, things for mental health, to find like a relief other than like a relief outlet because I was at home all the time with my children. So I got into arts and crafts a lot. So one of the things that I started doing was resin, and I started sewing. And first I started sewing, and then I got into resin. Which is the reason why my business is called Divinely Created by Mo. Well, with my resin, I make, I'm sorry, I say a lot. I didn't really prepare for this, but I got 50 seconds.
You got it.
Okay, so I make journals and bookmarks, and then I make like ashtrays and coasters and wine glass holders, and I make a variety of different things with my resin. And then, like I said, I sew and stuff too. So I just really got my I opened up my Etsy shop as well. So I guess I really just need funding to get my business up and running, and so I can provide a better life for me and my children. It'll be easier for me to run a business from home if I can do it with my children in the background. That way I don't have to worry about daycare expenses and things like that. Yeah. Again, it was terrible.
Oh, that's great.
All right, Miranda. Sorry about that. Trying to make sure that the screens are right and all of that. I don't think you did terrible at all. You told the story of your business, and it is a great start. I think the first time I pitched was probably around 1986, and I still improve as much as I can. I get as much practice as I can, and it all started with a single pitch. So you got to take this first step to see where you're at. I think you did great. Thanks for making it all the way to the end, by the way, because you were trying to figure out what to talk about. But it's a certain bravery to come up here and pitch like that when you don't quite know where you're at. So thank you so very much for coming and pitching, and we'll keep talking. So next coming up is Michael Lynn. So we'll take Miranda off and put Michael Lynn. Looking okay? That's an 8-second delay. So when I get out of the way, Michael, you'll see the timer there. When you start talking, you got 99 seconds. Then I'll come back on and say whatever. You good?
Hello, I'm Michael Lynn. I'm here with the Village Lansing, also a part with the Advocates, here pitching our program with the Village Lansing 2A21. Our 2A21 program offers free CPL certification for individuals turning 21 in the year 2021 and aims to curb the school to prison pipeline. We're hoping to have funding going on into 2022 to keep this program alive. What we found is many young people are being charged with CCW as their only charge, meaning their only actual crime was not having a license to carry that legal firearm. And in tune are now caught up in the judicial system, which we know further perpetuates breaking the law. The Village Lansing and the advocates have teamed up to educate young adults using the proven tactics of education versus abstinence. We believe that when young people are educated on the privilege of their Second Amendment rights, firearm safety, responsible gun ownership, and behavior, conflict resolution, and conflict avoidance, the likelihood that they will use their firearm inappropriately greatly diminishes. It has been found that concealed carry permit holders are among the most law-abiding group of citizens in the United States. According to a study done by the Crime Prevention Research Center, concealed carry permit holders are the most law-abiding group of citizens in the country. Data shows that the 18 million American concealed carry permit holders accounted for only 0.7% of all firearm-related homicides in a 15-year period. People with concealed carry licenses are 5.7 times less likely to be arrested for violent offenses than the general public, and 13.5 times less likely to be arrested for nonviolent offenses than general public. So thank you for hearing my pitch. I appreciate you guys' time.
Hey, great job, Michael. Is he still on the screen? Okay. Thank you very much, Michael. Everybody remember that after Gloria is done pitching, we're going to share the voting link, so you can choose 2 people that you think you'd be okay with winning the $199, and whoever gets the most votes is going to win. So I'm going to get off the stage, and Norma's going to come up, take Michael off too. And we got to get the timer and all that. So Norma, I'll adjust the mic and your timer. You should be able to see over there. Okay.
Looking at the camera. Yeah,
How's
the
that?
99 seconds.
All right.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little low. Maybe. I don't know. Can anybody hear me? Okay. I'll just get a little closer. Ready. Hi, folks. Don't vote for me. Vote for anybody else. I don't have a business. I want something more from you, something much more precious. Your time, your attention, your energy, your savvy. Why? Because everything that all of you are doing is great. And you're doing it at the level of dealing with the problems that we see now. Why do we have those problems? Because of systems, the systems that created them. And if you were waiting for the government to take care of them, think that it's the government who created them, right? The racism, the environmentalism, all the issues that we're dealing with were created by governments run by old white guys in ties. Okay, not all of them are bad, but I mean, people in government created these systems. So how can we possibly take over the government in a legal way? I've got good news for you. You look at the Center for Election Science. These are very savvy mathematicians. It's a nonprofit, nonpartisan place, and they figured it out. And here's how you do it. You create a voting system where you don't have to vote for the better of 2 evils, corporations or labor organizations, right? The better part of 2 evils is still evil. So how about we could say, gee, like in the last primary for mayor of Lansing, we could have voted for Farhan and Kathy and Melissa and everybody else you want. It's like, I like Korean and I like Mexican and I like Italian, you know, and it delivers many more satisfaction, more voter engagement. So do something, take off your coat, roll up your sleeves, and figure out a way to meet.
We love Norma. Good job, Norma. Thank you very much. And so I got a lot to say about that and some experiments we're doing with our decentralized autonomous organization with approval voting. So we're going to play with it, and I hope everyone listen. So next is Gloria. And when Gloria is on the screen and I'm off the screen, you kind of get the pattern, right, Gloria?
I think so.
All right, you're gonna
I'm
do
in
great.
Monique's
I
boat,
promise you.
so. My name's Gloria, and I'm the owner of Play Yoga, which is a mobile yoga studio here in Lansing. And Play Yoga is therapeutic, playful yoga that is specifically designed for children, youth, teenagers, and adults with complex needs, diverse abilities, and backgrounds. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. um, as you guys probably know and have heard throughout the pandemic, that yoga, mindfulness, breathing is really a magical thing. and that is what I hope to share with children and families in Lansing, specifically the underprivileged and underserved demographic of children with disabilities, families that have complex needs, such as homelessness and things of that nature. Working with a lot of nonprofits is what I hope to do. Here in Lansing, I'm actually the only registered children's yoga teacher and the only children's yoga therapist. You can go to my website to find out more, theraplayyoga.com. And with any money that I get would go toward buying props and things like that that would make yoga accessible to people who can't afford it. So thank you.
All right. Thank you very, very much, Gloria. I think you did great. I know
you.
you said you were nervous, didn't sound nervous. So what's going to happen now is everyone else is going to come back on the screen. Then Matt is going to share the link to vote. So make sure that your crowd that you brought with you is ready to vote. Anybody out in the crowd watching, please choose 2 people and make sure you hit submit and all of that. And we will present the results after we do some Q&A. So you got everyone on screen? Can you switch to the mode where it's all squares? The same size squares. Need help? Okay. Did you take the timer off? Okay. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Can you guys hear me?
We can.
All right. First of all, starting with you all, do you have any questions for each other?
I have a question for Meg. I was wondering, what's the process for a green burial? Or are there more than one?
That's such a good question. So if someone dies, we would preserve them naturally. So like no embalming, none of that. And folks can use any natural materials like wood, muslin, like silk, cloths, anything that would really decompose easily. Even like a wicker basket made of something natural. And then a lot of times the family or friends actually like to dig the grave. It's less deep, more shallow than traditional burials, and folks find it really meaningful and even cathartic to dig their own loved one's grave. And then folks are laid down, buried in there. And a lot of places, folks can plant native plants around instead of a traditional headstone, or even bring something like a rock that is engraved that would decompose, or wood that's engraved. So really the essence is like everything is natural on the site and will easily decompose. And I've talked with some folks who went through that process of walking their loved one's body, digging the grave, burying them, covering it up. And I have never done that, but it sounds incredibly meaningful and like something I would like to do. Thanks for asking.
Question, Norma? I do. I'm sorry that I couldn't hear from where I am. So I know, Miranda, when I met with you, here at the Fledge. I was very impressed with the resilience factors that you're offering to youth. Today, it sounded like there's money involved, and that's the part that could you just give me a quick little something about how the money part of it works?
Yes. So we have legacy wear that we sell. So the proceeds of our legacy wear clothing line goes back into the students. And then also just through fundraisers, grants, partnerships. That way we can fund the students after they graduated. We have 3 different programs, but the Enlightenment course is the only program that children can enroll in and receive the expenses for the transition.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. It's good seeing you too, Norma.
Thank you. Do you have another question?
No, I just wondered if they were asking.
Oh, good to see you is what they had said.
Where's
We've got
Megan today?
a bit of a mistake. Gloria she came in late and wasn't put on the survey. I owe you something, Gloria, so I'm going to make that right with you. But there's also a clear winner happening here, but you can't vote for Gloria right now. So it was practice for you, Gloria, but I'm going to make it up to
I
you.
take it as practice, and I honestly appreciate it. I actually didn't invite anyone to this. I have this is all new to me, and I appreciate this just experience of doing this. So it's totally, I loved it. It's perfect.
It was a horrible mistake. I'm very sorry for it.
okay.
We've got a clear winner emerging pretty quick. So I think, but it was great. And I'm so sorry about that. And I'm very embarrassed, actually. Any questions from out in the crowd? All right. I'm going to give it about 20 more seconds if you guys want to talk at all, and then we are going to present the results. All right. Anything? Anyone? You still got that shared? So you ready to put it on the screen? All right, go ahead. So, what we got? Anyways, it's up there. All right, so Michael is the winner. Miranda does have another couple votes that we got in comments from the crowd, and Michael's the winner. So go ahead and everyone brought a crowd, so there's votes across the board. So go ahead and take that off. And what do you guys think? All the different contestants. Hello, hello. Well, congratulations, Michael.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. This is my first time coming on here. I was really kind of nervous, actually, although I pitch daily in every other arena of my life, this stuff. But Jerry, you always nerve me because I told you yesterday, you seem to be somebody that when I come in the room with you, I feel kind of dumb sometimes because of how your genius comes through. So I appreciate this, and awesome. I would like to tell people a little more about the program if at any point in time I have that chance to do that on here.
Did he lose sound? Oh, it's a delay because I'm hearing this and that. Sorry about that. Are you saying that you want to talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah, if possible. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, is this the time right now or?
Yeah, if you want to spend a few more minutes.
Yeah. So as some of you all may know, the Village of Lansing was created out of a need for some community involvement with the gun violence in the city. And as we started digging into like the issues that were resulting in gun violence, you know, one of the things that we noticed is that when young people are caught up in the system and have felonies, a lot of times they kind of don't see a future in themselves anymore, and they start to really act reckless. That can be anywhere from driving down the street at 90 miles an hour down MLK to quit going to school, or just start having real issues in their family life or whatever the case is, or just start committing more crimes. And then when I started to have conversation with people who were involved with the judicial system, one being Carol Seaman especially, I started to find out that one of the biggest complaints that were coming in for people around the age of 17 to 25 was CCW, which is carry a concealed weapon unlawfully. And so how could I affect change in that is where I was thinking, and so a lot of times people say things like, well, if you have such this push on anti-gun violence, then why are you teaching people about guns? And I try to have that explanation ready for them when they come with it. But when people are educated on firearms, and this is, they tend to use them differently. And one of the things with me was, as a young man, I was waived to adult court at 15 years old for firearms offenses. And I was able to get out of those situations unscathed for the most part, but was able to turn my life around and get into a productive arena. But I know that if I had caught in those felony charges, went to prison and came home, I'd be a totally different person. So what I started to witness is that young people 21 years old were getting popped for having a CCW, and they had a legal firearm. They had purchased it legally. They just didn't have that little piece of paper that said they could carry it. And then that brought them into the system. So it was an easy, I went and actually got my firearms instructor certification just so that I could do this portion. So that's what I did. I went and got NRA and MCRGO certifications to be able to teach the kids this, not kids, but young adults. And we've been successful. Out of 80 people, 21 years old, that we've been able to put through this program, not one of them is offended. We have had actually one that got pulled over by LPD and actually harassed and had his gun taken from him, even though he had his CPO. And we're fighting that situation now. But out of those 80 young people, some of those people I know have been actively involved in conflicts, but have come through my course. And with the emphasis that we put on, conflict avoidance and so on, they haven't had an issue since. So I think the program is amazing. It's amazingly successful. I think it's necessary. And so I appreciate this opportunity to get that word out to people, and so they can kind of curb their concerns about arming people, because that's not what we do. We do arm them, but with a better understanding of their Second Amendment and how to move with it. So thank you. The fight is still going. There's a lot of young people being pulled over constantly, and they're, this has been a situation. So I appreciate that. And if anybody wants to know any more, you can find us at thevillagelansing.org or the-advocates.net. Those are the two organizations that are doing this process. So we have much more to offer at the Village Lansing too. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Michael. And again, congratulations. You're doing a great job. I won't say it like you, but you're smart in that. You just taught me more stuff. You just taught a bunch of us more stuff. And, we got different things that we know, and that's why our diversity. And when we come together, our strength is in our differences and the different things that we know. So thanks for teaching us all something. And
let me clear that up real quick, Jay, because I don't want anybody to ever think that you make me feel dumb. Your brilliance. When I came in the room yesterday for the crypto, and how you want to use that to help the community is similarly how I use all the organizations that I've got. If there's the Advocates, America 20 to Life, or the Village, I'm using all of those to affect change in a certain place. So that's the same thing that you do. And I always talk about being in the room with people who I can learn from, but also influence me and so on and so forth. And you are somebody who does that. When I come in the room with you, I go in a lot of rooms and I feel like I may be, somebody who knows more about everything. And some people may not know as much, but when I come in the room with you, I feel like I definitely can learn. And I'm not as smart as I might think I am constantly. So that's the point I wanted to make. You're just, you're brilliant, and your influence definitely leaks in on me, man. Just so you know that.
Thank you so very much, Michael. I appreciate that. And thanks for clarifying it, because I would hate to make anybody feel that way. So we're a good team. We all are a good team, and our community's stronger because people pitch. They want to change things. They want to solve problems. They want to change the way we elect our government. They want to change the way we think about dying. They want to help each other, lift each other up. I think, the first time pitchers Monique and Gloria, you did great. I hope to see you next Sunday at 3 to give it a shot again. I think, Miranda, you must have pitched a bunch of times before. Is that right? Yeah. And, you know, Michael's pitching every day. So thank you all so very much. Norma, thank you so very much. And we're going to go in through the outdoor. So we play the intro as the outro.
I got